Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm SantucciPontarelli, and I'm here today to discuss with you just anything I think that comes to my head. Anything, because, this is the first time that I'm using my camera, and I'm so excited to be able to, broadcast myself because I love talking to people, so, I just want to talk for a minute. Now, what you need to understand is that in this world, life holds no guarantees, and the only constant is change. So, you people running around here thinking people owe you something and they should give you, stop looking for what someone can give you and start giving to the world. We want to make the world a better place to live in. Be nice to one another. When you're driving in the car, let people go by. Don't give eye contact and, all these things that people do, road rage. And let's try to make the world a better place. And remember, don't text when you're driving. You can have a bad accident. You can run over someone. You know, if you want to text or talk on the phone, just pull over to a safe spot. Because you don't want to cause an accident. Because I need to remind you that driving is not a right, it's a privilege. Try to do the right thing. It always pays off in the end. So, I really don't have a set, thing that I'm saying, but this is just the first time that I'm actually on YouTube using my camera. So we're just going to talk about general things. I don't really I just want to talk about the whole world. Now, as you know, the President of the United States has just signed into law the health care bill. Now, there are those who would like to, disrupt his progress. You have haters all over the world. But, he's doing the best he can, seeing all the problems that he inherited when he became the president. I think he's doing a pretty good job, as good as anybody else can anyway. So, I decided today to try out the webcam. I know I've said that before, but I just, I really didn't have anything set to say today, but I just want to let you know that be careful out there in the world. There's a lot of crazy people running around out there, and you have to be safe. Ladies, when you get into your cars at night, make sure you have your keys. Make sure no one's following you. You get in your car. Don't go looking in your trunk in the middle of the night. Just get in the car and drive off. And they got these people that get people at the stop sign. When you go to the stop sign, look to the left and the right. Make sure your cars are locked. A lot of times, things that happen to people, it happens to them because they are not being careful. You have to be careful in this world. Because always remember, somebody is always watching you, whether you know it or not. Now, nowadays, in Chicago, in Chicago, there are not as many abandoned buildings as it used to be. So, now what they do is, I just, my music director back there, I will cut it up just a little bit. Real low, make it lower. My music director back there. You'll get to meet her soon. But right now, I need to talk about some safety issues here. And I think it's so important to be safe. Now, when you're driving in your car, you need to have on a seatbelt. Because you never know when you're going to have an accident. So, as I was saying, when you get into your car, make sure your doors are locked and be careful. And be careful because oh, I know what I was talking about, those abandoned buildings. I'm sorry. There are no abandoned buildings in Chicago like it used to be. So most of the crime nowadays is carried out in cars. Okay, so when you're walking down the street, you make sure no one's sitting in the car waiting on you, because somebody could be in the car waiting for you. People do a lot of things in cars now. A whole bunch of stuff they do. You know, if I could just name some of the stuff they do in cars, you got to be careful, people in cars. Then you got people that when you're driving, they'll bump into the back of your car just so you can get out, and they're going to beat the mess out of you or rob you, stick you up, or carjack you. So if you're riding outside in the street at night and you think somebody's following you, what you need to do is you need to know where all the police stations are. And you drive them over by a police station if you think they're following you, and see how fast they leave you. So you should know where all the police stations are. That's my music director back there. She's laughing. So it's okay. You can laugh, music director. So it's the truth. It's the truth. Then you got these people running around here with hammers. Okay, you be careful. Because these people are here crazy. This man got on the bus the other day and bust this man in the head with a hammer. The bus driver. So don't be out here arguing with these people. And remember, people out here got weapons. They got knives, blades, razor blades, box cutters, everything, chains. We live in a very violent society. Everybody's scared of the next man. So, you have to be responsible for your own safety. Some people walk around here happy-go-lucky, thinking that the world is just so perfect, but it's not. Always remember that somebody is always, and you know what? I just realized I'm not even looking into the camera. I'm looking at the computer. And then so now when I talk to you, I'm not even looking into the camera. I apologize. Like I told you, I just started, this is my first time using the camera. So if I'm not looking at you, it's because I'm looking at myself. My vanity is in effect, But anyway, as I was saying, we're talking about public safety. And we're talking about, getting along with your fellow man. We should spread a little love around, because after all, America is one of the best places to be in the world. I love America. I'm so happy to be here. So anyway, I realize that there's a lot of things going on in the world today. A lot of people are afraid and all that kind of stuff. But, the world's still a beautiful place. But like I said, you have to be careful. There's a lot of things going on in the world. You have to be careful. You have to be careful the people that you be around. You just have to really be careful. People have all kinds of tricks up their sleeve. And the most important thing I would say is just make sure people don't get up on you. If you can keep people away from you, you're safe. So when you're out on the streets, you should be aware. And don't walk down the street talking on the cell phone, because people who want to really do something to you, they're going to get you because they think you're vulnerable. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop talking about that subject. And so I want to talk about men and the games that they play. Women, I want to tell you something. Most of the men in the world, they cannot be trusted. If you trust them, you're crazy. The only time you should fool around with a man if he got some money. Because if he ain't got no money, you're wasting your time. Why? Because when he cheats on you, at least you have some money. You can say you got some money out the deal. So when he does go around and cheat on you, just make sure you get something out of it, because, men, they are cheaters. I mean, they cheat on the most beautiful women in the world. So the ugly women in the world